أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله المبعوث رحمة للعالمين، صلى الله عليه وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and may He shower His everlasting blessings upon the gentle soul of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. In the last two episodes, I discussed about knowledge, the importance of knowledge, as well as the hierarchy of knowledge in the way that will be understood by we the laymen. And that when I discussed al-ilmu, al-ma'rifa, al-irfan. Today, I wish to go further on this. It is still on knowledge, but I wish to make some attempt in classifying knowledge into two. Al-ilmu nafi', beneficial knowledge, and non-beneficial knowledge. Al-ilmu ghayr nafi'. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called on His ibad, on His servant, on His people, on the people that believe in Him. And He was talking about them, and I said, فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادِ in Surah Az-Zumar. Give my people, give my worshippers, give my servants, give them glad tidings. As He made mention of this, He now tried to give us some of the attributes, one of the major attributes of al-ibad, ibadur rahman wa ibadullah. He now said, الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ وَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. Those that listen to speeches, listen to talks and discussions, وَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ, and obey and apply it and follow the best of it. Meaning there are good talks and there are bad talks. And one of the characteristics of a believer in Allah, somebody that can be as bold as to say, I am Abdullah, I'm a servant of Allah, a slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he must be as intelligent as to be able to discern from good knowledge and bad knowledge, good speech, bad speech, good book, bad book, good teacher, bad teacher. He must be able to discern from what is good and what is bad when we talk of knowledge. So with this foundation, Al-Quran has made us to understand this. There are other examples in Al-Quran Al-Karim that shows bad knowledge, but I wish to prefer to limit myself to this because of straight understanding. I don't want to complicate issues. It is based on this that we need to try to substantiate what is good and what is bad, referring to some Islamic texts that will make us understand certain peculiarities that are attached to good knowledge and bad knowledge. Because of time space, because of time frame, I will limit myself to maybe one or two examples, and I try to conclude the matter. Al-Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam said, فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الْقَوْلِ مَا نَفَعَ وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا خَيْرَ فِي عِلْمٍ لَا يَنْفَعُ وَلَا يُنْتَفَعُ بِعِلْمٍ لَا يَحِقُّ تَعَلُّمُهُ. خَيْرَ الْقَوْلِ مَا نَفَعَ. خَيْرَ الْقَوْلِ مَا نَفَعَ. the best of speech is the one that is beneficial, is the one that is useful, it is the one that is constructive, it is the one the sense can say it is good and correct. Ma nafa'a, what benefits people, the carrier of the knowledge and the receivers of the knowledge. The knowledge that is beneficial for them, and that is the one that goes in line with the motive and agenda of creation. Wa'lam, he continued and said, you should know, أنه لا خير في علم لا ينفع. There's nothing good in a knowledge, a particular knowledge, a particular speech, a particular book that does not benefit. And you also go further. وَلَا يُنْتَفَعُ بِعِلْمٍ لَا يَحِقُّ تَعَلُّمُهُ. There are certain knowledge that is not worthy of being studied. That even if you study them, you know them, no benefit will avail you. No benefit will come to you through knowing those knowledge. That's when we now think of what is the good knowledge, what is the bad knowledge. The good knowledge is one that benefits, and the bad one is the one that you are not supposed to study it. At the same time, even if you did, it will not benefit you at all. How does a knowledge benefit? Knowledge benefits if it goes in line with the agenda of creation. If it doesn't go against the owner of the knowledge, if it does not go against the knowledge itself, any knowledge or byproduct knowledge that goes against the basic knowledge of existence cannot be categorized as good knowledge. Good knowledge is one that propels a man towards the desired goal of God, the desired goal of existence in this life. And a knowledge that counters the general benefit of mankind in a way that does not satisfy both the body and soul and the body, can never be regarded as good knowledge. Good knowledge is the one that focuses, that directs you to the aim and objective of creation, the plausible agenda of Allah on earth, or the plausible agenda of the owner of the world. Any knowledge that will propel you towards that area, towards that direction, is the only knowledge you can say is beneficial. Then, let me give you another example from the saying of Amirul Mu'minin alayhi salam as well. He said, Al-ilmu أكثر من أن يحاط به فخذوا من كل علم أحسنه. Knowledge is vast. It's very difficult for a man to cover knowledge as a whole. And as such, take the best out of knowledge and apply it, study it, apply it, and obey what you understand from that knowledge. That is to say that even the good knowledge is vast. Not everything, even in a good knowledge, is what you should pursue. You cannot pursue it, and even if you did, you cannot get the whole thing as it is. Based on this, meaning there are certain things that one must know if you want to see you have knowledge. But as per a man who is responsible to his creator, who is responsible to himself, who is responsible to the society in which he lives, there are certain things that must be spelled out in detail and specifically so that one would know that he's having the beneficial knowledge. And these conditions and criteria is one given to us by Al-Imam Musa Al-Kazim alayhi salatu wassalam. Imam Musa alayhi salatu wassalam, he said, وَجَدْتُ عِلْمَ النَّاسِ فِي أَرْبَعٍ. people's knowledge is for. أولها, the first of it is أن تعرف ربك. The first beneficial and compulsory knowledge is for you to know your Lord. Is for you to identify your Lord. It is for you to understand your Lord, so that it will be that you are worshiping a Lord that you understand. You understand Him to the point that you'll be able to perceive Him. That's number one. Knowing one's Lord is the first compulsory knowledge that one must have if you have to go specific. والثانية, number two of it, أن تعرف ما صنع بك, is for you to know what He planned on you. What He planned on you. For example, if we say you have to know your Lord, meaning that there are certain things you have to know about your Lord. I don't need to go into the details of it, but just briefly, when you have to know your Lord, you have to know the that of your Lord. That is the essence of your Lord. Two, you have to know what? Asma'uhu, you have to know the names of your Lord. Three, Sifatuhu, you have to know the attributes of your Lord. If you can have these three knowledge concerning your Lord, you must have studied and understood those that are necessary for you to know your Lord, and to have a kind of understanding at the back of your mind when somebody mentioned Lord. Two, that Lord again, what He planned for you, what He intend, what He planned for you, His aim and agenda on bringing you to this world. You must understand it. What does He plan for you? That is by you knowing that there is hellfire and there is heaven. You cannot just be in the world irresponsibly. You have to know that there is a goal, there's a destination that you are going. There is the right, there is the left. There is up, there is down. There is heaven, there is hellfire. This must be understood. والثالثة, number three, أن تعرف ما أراد منك. You should know what He expects from you to do. Another compulsory aspect of a knowledge that you must have is you must know ما أراد منك, what He wants from you, what He expects from you. Briefly, He wants you to obey Him. He wants you to submit to Him. That this world, He put you there with His own particular agenda. He created you and put you there for a particular mission for you in particular to achieve. What is that thing that Arada Minka He desires from you? What is that thing He expects from you? What He has done for you, what that is His plan for you is there. He gave you the head, He gave you the two eyes, He gave you the nose, He gave you the ears, He gave you everything. This is part of what Masonary. Now, you now say, what does He expect from me? What is the feedback that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want the angel to record about me? And what does He want from me? And that is what we are saying by saying He wants me to submit. He wants me to submit. He wants me to surrender. He wants me to know my limits. As somebody who cannot change the world, you can only obey God, and God will execute His agenda in life, in the existence. And lastly, وَالرَّابِعَةُ أَن تَعْرِفَ مَا يُخْرِجُكَ مِنْ دِينِكَ. For you, compulsory for you to know what is it that will remove you from the circle of the people that are religious. What will bring you out of your religion, you must know it. Something that will expel you from the circle of a religious people, you must know it. must be able to point out, you must be able to realize, you must be able to understand what is it that brings you out of religion. This brings you to a path, to a point. And the point is, one, there is good knowledge and there's bad knowledge. And the simple definition of a good knowledge, of which we can call beneficial knowledge, is knowledge that benefits you, the carrier of the knowledge, and benefits other mankind. And how do we say that a knowledge benefit? It is when that knowledge propels you to something that has to do with the motive of God, the divine motive, divine agenda in you being in this world. That's a beneficial knowledge. Again, we have been able again to say that any knowledge that is not beneficial, you don't need to study it. 3, even the good knowledge too is as vast as the ocean. An individual cannot claim having the total understanding of the whole of the knowledge. No one can claim it. And lastly, we came to a hadith of Al-Imam Musa al-Kazim alayhi salatu wasalam, when he gave us things that are compulsory for a man to know, knowing your Lord, knowing what he did with you and where you are going, his agenda on you, then knowing what he expects from you, and lastly, understanding what makes you, what expels you, what disqualifies you to be among the religious people. What is it that disqualifies you in your religion? God willing. The beneficial knowledge, I want to discuss it. And that discussion perhaps will be in the next episode. And what is that? That is, even of the good knowledge itself, must we pursue everything of it? Or there are certain things that we can know and we'll say that we have known all that is beneficial. Inshallah, in the next episode, we'll discuss that one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
हाय देखो मज़ार फातिमा कितना उदास है, कितना उदास है, कितना उदास है। या मज़लूमा या मासूमा या ज़हरा, या मज़लूमा या मासूमा या